I started on this cherry the other day, and it is just absolutely beautiful. Really nice stuff. And I didn't finish it because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to get out of it. I have some 4/4 boards over there that are 15 inches wide. That's what this is right here. So I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking 8/4 material. I'm going to get as much 8/4 out of this as I can. And yeah, we can put this to good use. Alright, so out of that one log, I got some nice lumber here. I've got on the bottom 2 pieces of 8/4. They're actually 2 1/8 inch thick, 15 inches wide. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of 8/4, about 7 inches wide. And then I've got 2 pieces that are 6/4, like 1.5 inches thick, about 5.5 inches wide. And this log, this is a good example of why you stay away from the center of these hardwoods. Normally I'll end up with like a 4x4 or a 5x5 and just use it for cribbing. But these two were in the center of that log, right? The pith. So you can see what the center of that log looks like. If you try saving this for lumber, it's just going to crack and check real bad. But yeah, this was right in the center of that pith. I wanted to saw that open to kind of show you what that looks like. Now, like when I'm sawing white pine, like the softwoods, you can saw right through that, and it doesn't seem to be a problem at all. But with the hardwoods, center's pretty much junk, which is why it is so important to center that log on the mill when you get started. You know, you measure from the bed rails up to the center of the pith on both ends, and you may have to lift one end or the other and get that level. And that way, when you're all done, you end up with something like this. Instead of having the center, you know, down 3 inches on that end and up 4 inches on this end, and then you're wasting a whole lot of good boards in the center, if that makes sense. Oliver Anthony, or is it Anthony Oliver? Oliver Anthony. The guy has 2 first names. I have gotten so many emails and read so many comments from many of you talking about this guy, Oliver Anthony. I heard his song last week. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this guy, and nobody ever heard of him before until last week, I guess it was. And in a matter of a week, it's an amazing story. He now has 3 songs on the top 10 on iTunes, and the #1 song, which is Rich Men North of Richmond, which I think we all know who he's talking about. I like that kind of music, and I think it was a good song with a good message. Of course, like everything else, it's getting political, one side against the other, and everyone, you know, some people are hating on him, some people are loving him. Personally, I like the song. I don't know much about the guy, but I think it's just fascinating how someone can go from nobody even knowing he existed to just blowing up in a matter of a week, week and a half. That's pretty crazy. Brings me to my next topic. It's time to circle the wagons, so to speak. And I've done videos before on be prepared. You don't know what's coming. You're going to have some homework at the end of this video. #1, I've had a lot of people in the last week, I don't know why this happened, say that they were unsubscribed from the channel when they checked. They watch every video. If you are a subscriber, check, make sure you are subscribed. If you're not and you enjoy watching the videos, please take the time to subscribe to the channel. That's one thing I need you to do. #2, go to our website, outdoorswiththemorgans.com. And as soon as you bring up the website, there will be a box right there that says sign up for our newsletter. All you have to do is enter your email, click submit, and you will get our newsletter, which we send out twice a month. We'll probably even increase that to maybe 3 times a month. We'll have to see. That is just for updates and things that are going on, maybe about meetups, kind of a look back and a look ahead of what you can expect. But what I'm trying to do, you know, we have 340,000 subscribers. I'm not even sure. That number honestly doesn't matter much. What matters is how many people watch the channel, because we have a really good core group of people. We get about 100,000 views on every video. Some go up from there, but I don't really focus on the subscriber number that much, because what happens is you see channels out there, they always push that, you know, subscribe to the channel, and it works. They get a bunch of subscribers, but then they only get 10 or 15,000 views on a video. So who I'm talking to right now is that core group of people that watches every video, the people that, you know, send emails, they come to the meetups, they leave comments, and even if you don't do any of that, but you watch each video, those are the people that I'm talking to. Sign up for the newsletter, make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. And the other thing is, we're looking at other platforms to start uploading the same material that we do on YouTube on, and one of those is Twitter. We are now on Twitter, so I'll put a link in the description for that as well. I think we're up to 39 followers on Twitter, which we have a ways to go, but if you're on Twitter, I'm not sure about it yet, but I know we can start uploading some video content on there as well. We're just putting some pictures and stuff. We've been looking at other things, you know what I mean? And like I said, I like being prepared in every aspect of my life, and I just want to make sure if something goes down, or, you know, on YouTube, or YouTube goes away, or whatever, we can still find a way to communicate. And right now, those are the best options that I have in mind. yeah, newsletter. Make sure you're a subscriber. Twitter, Facebook. We still post stuff on Facebook. If you're a big Facebook person, go ahead and like our page there. But I'm slowly getting away from Facebook, to tell you the truth. It's just not my thing. Yeah. All right, so I just came up from the wood yard, hopped into GMC, and we're gonna go get some diesel fuel. I'm anxious to see how this works out, because last time I went to get fuel, it wouldn't take fuel hardly at all. You had to put it in super slow or it would overflow, and that sounds like a vent issue. I'm not sure why or how, but here in a little bit we're gonna find out if it sorted itself out or if it needs some further investigation. Now, besides the fuel issue, the truck has been running great. We've been running this one quite a bit. We already have a little over 4,000 miles on it. Now, the Super Duty, it only has 168 miles on it, but that's going to change in the next couple days. Melissa and I are going to drive it to Boonville, New York, which will be nice because we'll be able to drive all the way up there and come back and probably have between a quarter and a half tank of fuel. That truck has a 48-gallon fuel tank, but I wanted to kind of break that one in a little bit before we start towing with it down to West Virginia. So the trip to Boonville should be pretty good. All right, let's see what happens. We are at 449.9 here in Taxylvania. Taking it. I think we're okay. So I just got back to the house. I'm going to start a fire in the fire pit for Eva. She has some friends coming over in a little bit, and she leaves for college tomorrow. And I think most of her friends leave either tomorrow or Friday. So there's gonna be a bunch of young girls here in a little bit, all probably emotional about not seeing each other for a long time and all that. So I'm gonna start the fire and evacuate the area. Brio pit, still doing great. One thing I'm gonna build here in the near future is a wood rack that I can put firewood in, and then we've got this outpost grill. You've got the cover, and over here we have the sear ring, which is very heavy. So I'd like to get a nice wood rack that I could maybe slide this in behind it when it's not in use. And the outpost grill, have a spot for it on it. I don't want to block, you know, a window or anything, but I think I'll make it kind of tall and narrow. You know, enough wood for maybe a week's worth of fires in the evenings, and to be able to kind of put all that stuff away. A little fire starter. Nice piece of cherry. Another nice piece of cherry. We really like having a fire at night. I'm gonna turn this on. Probably 3-4 nights a week we'll have a fire. We cook over it. It's just nice. Fire is starting to take off. So yeah, this is what we are going to be taking to Boonville. Some people have been asking if I'm going to do like a, you know, once over on the truck. I will after we drive it some, but I have been, you know, starting to familiarize myself with it a little bit. I was wrong. It's got 182 miles on it so far. But I want to try something out with this right now that I'm curious about. This has the onboard power, which I think will be pretty handy, especially, you know, with the cabin down in West Virginia. I haven't used it yet, but we're going to put it to the test. We're going to see if the Power Stroke will run the Sasquatch. Made sure the blade guard is down. Wouldn't that be something? So it knows something is plugged in. It says Pro Power Onboard. Something is plugged into the outlet in the truck bed. Supply power to the outlet. In generator mode, your engine will continue to run to supply power to the outlets. Only use vehicle outside. She's a little slow starting. It'll run it though. Take a load off, huh, Eva?
Yeah, seriously.
You ready for the big day tomorrow?
I think so, if your truck can fit everything.
Yeah, I know. Because when we drop you off, we're headed straight to Boonville after that.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm more worried about everything fitting in your room.
I'm not worried about that.
You're not?
Nope.
How many?
Perfect.
How many friends you got coming over tonight?
4.
4, and they're all leaving in the next couple of days,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yep.
And then you'll have another video ready for Sunday.
I will.
It's a good one.
It is a good one.
It was a lot of fun.
And then I'm working on another one too.
That's good. Yeah, the video for Sunday. What would you describe it as, Eva?
Funny.
We found out what we know about each other.
Did.
Eva,
It was interesting.
myself, and Melissa, and you'll just have to watch it, but that'll be on Sunday. The fire is ripping right along. So Melissa just came out. You're already in your jammies, Melissa.
Yeah. Why not?
You're ready to shut her down for the day.
Yeah,
Well, you ready for the big day tomorrow?
I am. I'm more ready than anyone.
What do you mean?
My sadness of saying goodbye to Eva and all that was during her graduation. I was very sad. No one else was very sad. I was sad that my last child, my little baby, graduated high school. A lot of milestones, like she wasn't going to be driving to school anymore. She took an early morning seminary class that ended, like she wasn't going to be doing that anymore. She graduated high school. Those were my set that ended. So the next chapter just has begun. I mean, of course I'm going to be sad to not have her here and say goodbye tomorrow. She's not that far from home, but I'm excited that this is her next chapter and this is what she's going to do. So I think I'm more prepared than anyone.
You say that now. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
I guess we will.
Yeah.
But she's a good kid. We raised her right.
She is a good kid.
And yeah, she says things to me like, what are you going to do without me? And I'm like, you can ask that same question right back. What are you going to do without me? So, you know.
Yeah. And then from there, we're headed up to Boonville.
That's right. And I'm bringing shirts.
Are you going to bring some shirts?
Yeah.
We'll bring some fire starter too. Shirts and fire starter.
Yeah. You want fire starter? You want shirts? Come on out.
Yeah. We'll be at the the Wood-Mizer booth Friday 10 to 2 and the steel booth 10 to 2 on Saturday.
Okay.
That sound good?
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Well, do you want to wrap this video up, Melissa? It's been all over the place. I better shut her down.
Yeah. Archie, Axel, Piper.
Come here, guys.
I thought they might want to say goodbye.
Arch.
Yeah, we're just preparing for them to go to their training.
Archie, come here. Archie. Do you have trouble hearing, Archie?
Yeah, Archie's blessed with selective hearing. All right, well, thanks so much for being here. We'll see you on the next one.